Okay. Right. Hello. Good afternoon. Here we are. And we've actually got Facecam going. It's not perfect, the green. No, it's really not. Yeah. It's fine. I'm green screened in a long time. So it's fine. And to be fair, I'm pretty disappointed in the green screen. It very much sort of showed in the picture on the listing that it was a lot thicker than it actually is. I'm tempted to use to still use my green or black, not green, white or black backdrop. Probably I'd use the white one. I tend to have darker clothes, so but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, let's swap these over. Clear chamber. Yeah, I'm a little sad now. Now Finn's gone back home. He'll be fine though. Of course he will be. He was very happy to see my daughter and his owner. So that's, I suppose that's the important thing, that he's as long as he's happy and everything, that's what matters. So yeah, I haven't really got anything else. I was probably just gonna sit and watch a film, but I very much want to try and get Punisher, obviously. And whilst, the hell is that? Oh. And whilst we're sort of on a roll at the moment for events, I figured why not stream again. So yeah, so here we are. I hope everyone's doing all right thus far today. It's so humid. I've got my fan there. I'm tempted. I'm worried it might blow the green screen about. Oh, my eyes there. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, we don't like that. Actually, how's the alignment? Oh no, the alignment's all right. I might move it over a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I'm sort of above the stat stuff below me better. Yeah, you can tell I haven't done it very well because my hand. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it makes it look like it's hydrophobic and got water on it. Aerogel, that's what it's called. If you've got aerogel on your hand and then dip it in water, it's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, so here we are. I don't know whether this is going to replace my stream for later, or whether I'll just sort of try and lock in and do a longer one now. Sort of 3.5 hours or so. It's very hard. I'd love to stream this for like 6 hours or so, but it just feels very difficult to do when I'm just sort of walking in loops to try and get one dude to spawn. You know, if it was a new game and we were starting afresh, maybe it's different. I do keep looking at the camera just to sort of make sure it's all okay. I realise wearing a cap probably isn't great, but I do like to wear them a lot of the time, caps. I'm just a cap person. I am very much, sadly, going balding these these days. I pretty much have come to terms with that, you know, so it's not that much of a bother to me. But I just wear caps all the time. Oh, I want to... Yeah. So you might have seen the new intro. I've got the artwork. I did credit the person below, but I mean, they haven't replied to me on Discord, so you know, if they want me to not use it, if they do eventually get back to me, then I'll remove it. So this is a Tampa Bay Buccaneers top. It's what year? Well, I'm in 2008. It's probably about 2009, 2010. It's number 24, which was Williams. He was the running back for the Buccaneers or for a few seasons. I can't remember what his first name was, but his nickname was Cadillac William or Cadillac. So sort of everyone called him Cadillac Williams. And my old mother-in-law, she actually went across to Florida for her what's it called, honeymoon. So she got it for me. Never watched NFL, more of a hockey guy. Do you know, I've never. I understand a lot more and rules and things of sports, probably more than I actually end up watching. I think that's partly just so that, like, if I do sort of chat to people and things, I at least vaguely know the lefts and rights and things. But where I used to work 20 years ago, there was loads of guys into the NFL. And everyone picked a different team from a different conference. North Conference? I can't remember. Division Conference. So basically from the North, South, East, West. And when I started getting into it, the only one that was left was the NFC South, which has the Buccaneers, the New Orleans Saints, the Carolina Panthers, and how do I not know the fourth team? Oh, the Atlanta Falcons. And I just went with the Buccaneers because I'm also a football or soccer fan, and I support Arsenal. Arsenal are nicknamed the Gunners, and on their badge they have a cannon. So it just sort of seemed apt to support pirates, which obviously on their ship also have cannons. Rugby, it's probably our second sport, I would say. Football is definitely the first. But motorsport, certainly these days, has grown massively. Partly due to Lewis Hamilton being so successful, as a Brit, and equally because of the Netflix series Drive to Survive, which actually is pretty crap. When you are a Formula One fan, you sort of... It's a bit of a running joke at how bad Drive to Survive is, but it's got people into the sport, so I suppose it's done its job. There is cricket as well. Cricket very much is sort of growing as well. I love cricket. I'm very, very big fan of cricket. People go, oh, isn't it just the equivalent of baseball? Not really.
Ja.
No, I've tried watching baseball, and baseball is a lot slower than cricket is. Even though certain, so there's three types of cricket match. You've got Test, which can last up to 5 days, a one-day international, and then a 2020. 2020s are about 3 hours. A one-day international is about 7-8 hours. And as I say, a test match can last up to 5 days. And you're like, well, surely that's slower than baseball. No, just because how it's played, it's not. Not that I'm shitting on baseball or anything, It's just not really my thing for it. I've got quite a few fans that are hockey fans. But I suppose because it's not very big over here, and even with streaming and stuff, it is difficult to watch. And like the time zones and everything, it's difficult to watch. Truth be told, for the last few years, I sort of have been watching less and less of the NFL. And I'm very picky. Like if I even watch the Super Bowl, depending on what teams are in it. If there are teams in there that I just really don't like, I'm not going to bother watching it. I do. It's behind the green screen. I do actually have one of the new Arsenal tops. I'm an Arsenal. I've said that. It doesn't fit me. I was very stupid. I went to the stadium with my daughter, picked up an extra large, and she went, well, do you want to try it on? There are changing rooms over there. I went, nope, it'll be fine. It will fit. It got home, it doesn't. Even though it's an extra large. It fits my daughter, who's 5'2", and sort of fairly small, far better than me. She's like, this isn't an extra large. So what I'm going to do at some point is go back, get one of the away tops and actually try that on. Baseball is decent but not too interesting when watched through TV. I've been into a baseball match in person, watching Yankees game last April when I visited New York, and it was pretty epic. That's cool. So I tend to sort of support or as much as I can follow all of the teams in sort of Tampa Bay. So there's the Lightning, I think is the hockey team. And the Rays, I believe, are the baseball team. Or it's the other way around. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm sure it's the Lightning. Lightning is the hockey. Yeah, we've had some baseball games here in London, sort of, and the east side of London. They'd be very easy for me to get to. But I don't know. I suppose what puts me off potentially watching it sort of in person is watching, because American football is so stop-start. It's just so boring watching it in person, because you don't have the adverts and stuff. I don't like adverts, but at least it gives you a chance to sort of get up, get snacks, go to the toilet, etc. And I just in person, it's so slow. And in fact, a few years ago, I think it was on one of the NFL subreddits. There was a guy who actually timed the game. So in the NFL, apologies if you do know this, but I'm sort of going to explain everything on the proviso that you don't. So in the NFL, each quarter is 15 minutes. So a game would be an hour. But from kickoff to end, games tend to last 3 hours because it's so stop-start and the advert breaks and you've got the 2-minute warning at the end of each half, which is just another excuse to get an advert break in. So really each half actually lasts an hour and a half. It's just so slow on that front. And of course, obviously, as you know, as the game's going on and it's sort of getting to the end, you've either got a team that's trying to make a comeback that wants to stop the clock as often as possible, which makes it go longer, or you've got a team that is in possession that's trying to run down the clock, which obviously, thankfully, makes it go a bit quicker. I know basketball as well, to an extent, gets a bit like that towards the end because they sort of start to do fouls to stop the clock, which obviously then can create free throws and things. In terms of hockey, I don't really know. As I say, I don't really watch it. I couldn't even tell you when the seasons are, like start and end, and then the postseason and stuff. I know the NFL, that starts the start of September, and then the Super Bowl is the start of February. Apart from that, the other games, couldn't tell you. Truth be told, out of all sports and everything, F1 is probably my actual, like, real go-to. I was watching Formula One long before I was even into football. My family is very much into motor racing. None of them really like football apart from me. So it's sort of something I very much grew up in. NHL is from September all the way until June. Oh, okay. So I could end up watching the new season. So I'm probably going to show how incorrect I'm here. I don't know how long the period is, but as far as I can remember, there are 3 periods for NHL. And then obviously, as with most American sports, if it's a tie or a draw at the end of the regulation time, you bastard! Why is this not on? Then it goes to overtime. Very much sort of, as I say, the same as other. Shut up. Other sports like NFL. There is an off. Is it called offside? I don't know, but I know it's vaguely. I couldn't describe it off the top of my head. I'd sort of need a picture of. Isn't there a line, and the attacker can't be past that line? I'm probably really butchering. 3 of 20 periods. Time stops when there is a whistle or a break. Unlike in football, overtime comes if it. Yeah. Well, the timer does stop in the NFL. Well, when you say football, we're now in that territory of are we talking football or soccer? Yes, because obviously in the NFL it still stops, like for an incomplete pass, or if they catch it and then sort of go out of bounds straight away, kind of thing. You're right about the offside. We can't be over the blue line before the puck. Yes, there you go. That's so basically it's, I suppose, sort of how they've done it with association football. It stops sort of what did we used to call it? Goal hanging. I think that's what we used to call it at school when we were at school. As well, we're both European, so football is football. Oh, okay, fairs. Yeah. Oh, I'm pleased on that front then. It's not going to get difficult with that one. Okay, so yeah, so it's I like what they've done in the Premier League this season in terms of trying to speed up the game and reduce the amount of time wasting. We'll have to see sort of how long they stick to it. Because they tend to do that with things. They'll sort of do it for a while and then just be like, can't be bothered, and stop sort of doing it. So, but yes, I very much sort of, I know it makes the game longer, but at least, you know, when clocks are stopped, it's you get, talking about football, you would get 45 minutes per half, you know, but whereas at the moment it's like 20 minutes or so, you know, because the ball's in and out of play so much. And I suppose, you know, there are purists that would sort of turn around and go, oh, well, that's not going to make football anymore. You know, you're Americanizing it. No, it's called cutting out time wasting. You know, that's what that does. I really, really don't need all these attachments and stuff that I've got. No, cat's all right. So yes, I talked the game recently. So I played Friday daytime, and then I stopped playing this because I was playing War Dogs over the weekend. Came back to this last night. I don't think Monday. I think maybe I streamed once on Monday for a very short amount of time. But last night, it was a 2.5 hour stream. And in that time, I had at least one of every event apart from Punisher. Because I went to apartments. On the way back, I had the attack chopper. I had a crash telly just outside the door down there. And then this morning, I went to apartments again. I had the BTR at apartments, and I had the BTR there yesterday at apartments. I had the attack chopper. No, I haven't had the attack chopper today, sorry. I had Punisher this morning here at school. Sadly, he didn't have his lights on. And I've had 1 or 2 jets. So it just feels really weird, the fact that I don't play from over the weekend. I come back and all the events have like proper stacked up. It just feels really, really, really strange. So I'm really hoping, like I say, I know I've had Punisher once today, but obviously it was lights off Punisher. So I'm really, really wanting a lights on Punisher to turn up. He really won't, and I know like quite a few people have sort of mentioned in here and gone, oh, I'm on day like 100 and day 70 and day, I think someone even was up to 120 or so, and still hadn't had him lights, you know, sort of lights on. And it is a case that the longer you go into it, past or up to day 20, past day 20, his odds of spawning are so, like, they're 1.5%, so they're just trash. So it makes it really difficult. So it's a lot easier day 5 he has a 5% chance, which doesn't sound a lot, but if you sort of just keep going in and out of like village safe house or something, or tent at outpost is probably the best. You know, over the course of the day, you're resetting without the time sort of advancing if you were to leave a zone and go back in, which gives you obviously the most chance and opportunities. You got him at day 84 and haven't played RT. I'll wait for the update. Yeah, no, that's fair. Were you playing on Iron Man at all? Because I think I've mentioned before, the way I will stop playing it is if the update comes out, I get Punisher and do all the tasks, and sort of on normal. Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm on normal as well. And get to a point where I sort of feel I've completed the playthrough kind of thing. I mean, you can see all the stuff that I've got, you know. I mean, look at how many of these I've got, you know. So, yeah. The update comes out, I get all the tasks done and feel like I'm at a point where I've done it all, or I get a permadeath. Now, my one issue is, come September 10th, I am going to be playing War Dogs probably quite a lot, because it was good fun. And I was pretty good at it. So I feel that my time's going to be very split on between this and War Dogs. It might be a case of sort of one day I'll stream this in the morning and War Dogs in the evening, and the next day I'll sort of reverse it. So, you know, if some people can watch morning and some people can watch evening, they'll still be about. Dozens and dozens, but no Punisher is diabolical. Yeah, it is. It really is. I've got two harmonicas, 2 guitars, 2 cassette players, and this one. I've got 2 or 3 of the RK62Ms. I've got 4, I think, of the VSS. I've got an M78. I've got an SVD. I haven't got an MP7. I do want one of them to try out, but I haven't got one of them yet. Did I? I did set the timer. What I've sort of started tending to do is do sort of like an hour of Punisher runs, and then I'll bugger off and do sort of a run through apartments. But I'll take enough food and drink that I'm just running through apartments, just trying to get the supply crates. I'm really not worried about anything else. I really don't need anything else, you know. I need to go to the supply crates as well, because I need the IFAKs. I've only got one of them. So I've got KM18, I've got Stanag Mags, and I've got ACOGs. Or ATOG. I had a KP31 and I lost it. I died on this staircase, no less. There was an NPC here, and I was round there, and he shot me. I didn't realise. I thought he was through that door, and he wasn't. So I lost it. I did have 2 of the IFAKs, but I had to use one because, well, I got proper fucked up, and that was the only health meds and stuff I had on me at the time. So I got tried to try and get Punisher to spawn, and I just started watching a series and exiting in 5 minutes. Yeah, well, that's essentially what I'm doing here. Just sort of doing the loops, going round to try and get him to spawn. Now, some people have said to me that he spawns more frequently at night and between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Now, in my Discord... Fuck! I want to change. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, what? Oh. Oh, fuck, I'm not on. Yes! Yes! What a fucking grenade! You bastard! You bastard! Right. Okay, so... Right. Oh my god. Could you possibly clip that for me? Include, like, the yes bit and stuff. And things, but... Oh, I'm on the wrong floor. But it doesn't sort of need much after that. If you could, it's fine. If not, I can go back and do it. Yes. Right. It's not done, though, because I still have to hand them in. I still have to hand them in. Right. Okay. So I'm going to go do this one first, because obviously Oh, he didn't have the key. So he can drop. He has 3 things he can drop. Loot pools or loot inventories, and only one of them has the basement key from village. I have found one already and been down there. But only one of them has that. What a nade. I've got to say, I'm actually really fucking impressed with that grenade throw as well. I think that was a rather damn good grenade throw. Bullets. Who needs bullets? Right. We're keeping that. We're keeping that. Yes. I need a new vest. I even had a level. I've even found a little. Did I find it? Yeah, I think I found it rather than bought it. I'm going to stick another level 4 in there. I'm just going to chuck that one. It's only 1%. Oh, yes. Right. Now, all I need to do... Oh. No, it's fine. Oh. Why are Twitch clips not allowed? No, I can't spell. Permit. Bear with me one moment. Right, try posting it now. You should be okay now. Awesome. There we go. Thank you very much. Apologies for that. I didn't know Nightbot was set to do that. I will sort that out afterwards. Okay. I think I'm alright for stuff. Yes. Oh, cat. I want to take cat. Because I'm going to go to apartments afterwards. Yes. 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 I'm going to take a screenshot and stick it in the Discord of the helmet and the beanie and the gun. Announcements. Oh. Yes. It sucks because I actually want one of those guns as well. I want a KP31, and as I say, I had one. Oh, do you know what I am gonna do? It's 9mm, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna take it, and I am gonna absolutely fucking unload a whole magazine, just so like I can fire a whole mag, because obviously the rate of fire on it is insane. Right, there we go. Full health, blah blah blah. We can put that there. We've got 3 of those, so we'll put them there for the floof. We've got the batteries. Oh, it's daytime. We should be all right for that, but right. Do I keep the KP31 on me? Go take this back, the beanie, or no? Actually, I know what we'll do. We'll leave the beanie here. We'll go take the KP31. We'll then come back, grab the beanie, and then take the beanie. I think that's probably better. Yes. Oh, I'm so... Do you know what? I think I'm more pleased the fact that someone was here as well with me for it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh, I am so pleased. My real worry was that I was going to get to sort of the update getting close to coming out or something, and not having it done. Fuck. And I'd sort of just like, you know, the update would come out and I wouldn't have completed it. At least, obviously, if I do manage to complete it before War Dogs is out, I won't sort of feel bad for leaving a run through sort of mid run. Oh, yes. Oh, my headphones. Oh, and my forehead. Yeah, I do need to sort that out. Like I say, I haven't done a chroma key or anything for a long time, for green screen, so that's my excuse. Man, I forgot that this gun was on single shot. I really wanted to like lay into him, and then I sort of forgot which button was for the grenade. Hence why I pulled my knife out. I got worried when the van was driving off again. I was like, wait, what? He's got back in? Oh, I'm tickled pink, I am. Fucking tickled pink. Such a weird phrase, tickled pink. Right. Oh. That was a Punisher sighting, so we actually need to change that to 7. Because we've done that. I suppose really I need to add a bit to it that just says like dead or killed. Yeah, have you been in the basement here, this one? Because it has one loot crate in it, the not loot crate, supply crate, which doesn't really have. Well, sometimes obviously it can have good drops, and then it just has like junk left about. Right. Okay. Now we're here. Never heard of that phrase, but on the other hand, I don't understand while watching British series. Yeah, it just means like chuffed and happy, tickled pink. Right. Oh, for Christ's sake. I suppose because it's on... Oh my god. Okay. That's a lot of... Oh no, we've got to do it that way around. Right, let's remove the drum, unload. Yeah, cellar is pretty bad, only one special crate, yeah. Oh, so the place where I got the first KP31 was the tunnel on... Oh, I need to remove it, don't I? was tunnel at highway. I just randomly found the key on a dead guy. I didn't kill him; it was a corpse. And I've already got a 78. Boom. All done. Yes. Oh, we can just bin that. Right. I've got 2 M78s now. Do I? No, I won't sell one. Yeah, I was very, very sort of disappointed with it. Like the crashed helis. I really don't like the loot that they have, because they only spawn 1 supply crate, and then I think it's 3 of those the military crates. But the military crates, they're crap. They hardly ever have anything in them, let alone anything good. Which is why when I do go to apartments, I actually tend to ignore them. I tend to just go and do the special crates. Right now I'm watching Doctor Who seasons from 2, going crazy with nostalgia since I first watched them all when I was younger. Now I've managed to watch them again with the VPN through iPlayer. Nice. Do you know, I very much am into sci-fi and stuff, but I don't know why, for some reason, I've just never managed to get into Doctor Who. I have a fun story about... So, you'll know who Billie Piper is, from Doctor Who. What's her name? The sidekick person. Yeah. So in an old job of mine that I had, I used to do customer service for a very high-end retail shop in a sort of a department store in England. And I got one phone call comes through, and the person's on the phone. It was a woman on the phone. She goes, "Oh, I ordered this garden set. Basically, it was like a sort of a table, chairs, a big parasol, a big umbrella and stuff for a garden. It was a few £1,000s. It was really sort of high end thing." And she was like, "Some of it's just not turned up. Like the delivery guys delivered some of it, and the rest just not turned up." And I was like, "Oh, sorry to hear this. Can I need to take some details. Can I start off taking your name and address?" And she went, "Yep, it's Billie Piper," and said the address. Obviously, I can't remember the address. And I'm like, "Wait a minute." And I sort of start thinking, it fucking was her. And I'm like, "Oh my God." And I didn't, she wasn't the first sort of famous person I spoke to. No, I tell a lie, she was. The other famous person was actually a cricketer's wife who I spoke to. And she was lovely. And I knew anyway, I'd heard that she was a nice person. I really wanted to say to her and be like, "I'm like a really big fan of your husband," kind of thing, of the cricketer. But I'm going to get rid of them. They're very common. I didn't because, again, I don't know, I just feel like doing that just feels a bit unprofessional when someone's phoned up for an issue. They don't want to phone up and someone sort of fanboying down the phone. I suppose maybe after I'd sorted an issue, I could have been like, "Fan of your music." Well, I never really was a fan of her music, but yeah, she was hot. Not that I'm going to say that down the phone to her. But yeah, no, that was cool. And she was actually really nice. She was really nice. And it's always sort of, I suppose it's there's nothing worse. Did I pick it up? I did. There's nothing worse than like when you do sort of speak to a famous person that you know who they are. You sort of watch them on television or whatever, or films or music, whatever, and they turn out to be absolute like twats. So yeah, I was sort of very happy when she was sort of turned out to be sort of pretty cool about it all. And I think the fact that I knew who she was kind of helped with that, because I sort of am like, I know who this person is, you know. So yeah, so that was cool. We got it sorted. I can't remember what I ended up doing, but we got it sorted for her, or I got it sorted for her, and she was sort of happy with the resolution. So you know, I did my job. Yeah. So yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, VPNs. I do you know, actually, I know some people that are like, you shouldn't stream with a VPN. I do. I suppose I have a gigabyte line, or a gigabit line. So even if I was to connect to a server a long way away, probably wouldn't affect too much. And I mean, looking at the stream, you know, I'm streaming in 2K, so it's a I don't know what the bit rate is off the top of my head, because it's not showing on Twitch, but going out of OBS, it's 20 megabytes a second, you know, so it's really, really high. How the hell, why, I can't even think why I was talking of that now. Oh, VPN, yeah. So sort of, even if there is some ping and stuff from, you know, if I've connected to a server a long way away, it sort of doesn't really seem to affect it, thankfully. Brits are gatekeeping Doctor Who so hard nowadays, so it's my only option. I had to lie that I own a TV license, so yeah. Oh, I mean, come on, it's not exactly hard. It just goes, do you own a TV license? Yes or no? Yeah, you know. I mean, I suppose the other alternative is to torrent it. I'm sure there probably are torrents that to download. Fuck yeah. But I suppose it's you know, you've got that convenience where you can just go to the website to do it. So, oh, do you know, it's not as big as I thought it was. It's very dark as well. Stupid military crates. Put the cat back down the hole. Oh. No, I suppose it is bigger than the school. I'm waiting to get sued for a TV license. That would be so absurd. Well, I know of people. I don't watch television anyway, so I don't have a TV license. I just watch Twitch and YouTube. But I know of people that don't watch television in the UK, and they get letters through from TV licensing company. Well, I suppose that would be the BBC, sort of saying, oh, you don't have a TV license, you need to buy one. And then they're like, oh, we're going to come visit you because you haven't got a TV license. And in fact, there was a website where a guy was documenting it over, it was a crazy amount of time. It was years, like I think it was over 10 years, where they just keep sending him letters, sort of threatening him and stuff. But they just don't do anything. Hello, Bacon. Long time no see you, my friend. I've changed my name on Twitch, but you and I used to play Battlefield together many years ago. It's nice to see you still. Oh, wow. Okay. What was your old Twitch name? Because because I'm sure I probably would well, I'm pushing myself into a corner then. Oh, Inferno! Oh, holy shit! Yes, I do remember you. Yes. Wow. Okay, yeah, man. Okay. Well, truth be told, I've only really started streaming sort of again very recently. I've sort of had time off work, and I got myself a new PC back in November. I got, if you're on the website or whatever, and you can see the panels below, it's got my spec below. So I figured if I'm playing games again, I might as well stream it. I have got Battlefield. Where am I? Oh, Minefield. I have got Battlefield 6. I do play it a bit still sometimes. I'm not a massive fan of it. I will be playing and streaming War Dogs a lot. And yeah, I just figured, you know, while I've now got a good PC and good setup and great internet, why don't I start streaming again? I did miss it, and it was a long time ago. But I do miss those days, and I do kind of wish I did stick with it back then. You know, Twitch has evolved so much, you know, and I don't know if you remember, but, you know, back in when I did stream Battlefield, I would get, you know, I'd get fairly good figures, certainly for 2015. So, yeah, I sort of, I look at my follower count, and all right, it's not that much, but I sort of think, you know, it could have been so much more if I had stuck with it. But no, it is fantastic to see you in here. And thank you very much for stopping in and saying hi. And yeah, I'm pleased to say, yeah, Operation Tourette Locker, Oplock. Yeah, and the rage. Oh, the rage. I watch, there's a guy who streams Battlefield 6 called Enders. And he is a god tier player. Like, he's better than I ever was. And he gets as pissed off as I used to, and I still do, to be fair. So if you are ever seeing that I stream Battlefield 6 and you want to reminisce about my anger and rage, you know where to come. So yeah, but it's a shame, like all of those guys, like, oh, who was it? Squirrel, Tack, Wally, Big Bad Matty Daddy. I miss all of them. I didn't know TV license is still a thing in 2026. Regular channels are free, at least in Finland. We had TV licenses maybe back in the 90s. Yeah, well, it's only the BBC channel, so BBC 1 and 2, that, well, and I suppose like BBC, well, and iPlayer and stuff, that you need the TV license, or that is sort of its law. But because the other channels in the UK are commercial based, that's how those channels make the money. But the BBC make their money through the TV license. So yeah, but people in the BBC quite high up have sort of said it's just like really not fit for purpose in terms of the license and stuff. And I hate adverts, but would I prefer to see the BBC get adverts to abolish the TV license? I don't know, actually, thinking about it. I don't think, because I don't really watch television, I don't think it would bother me that much. But yeah, so come September 10th, there will be a lot of War Dogs. I very much enjoyed the closed beta of that. Now, so in terms of your name, obviously you've changed it. I'm assuming it's Zeraf. Is that how it's Zeraf? Kind of think that's how it's pronounced. I'm rubbish with names and stuff. So apologies if that's... Oh, it is correct. Oh, there you go. Nice. Yeah, so... yeah, I'll call you that. You've changed your username to that. I'm not going to, you know, dead name you. But on the other hand, we have mandatory tax that funds your version of BBC. Okay, so, yeah, I suppose it's what's the difference, I suppose, between that and then a TV license? I mean, I suppose, you know, with it's stupid because you can opt to go to the website and tell them that you're opting out of having the license because you don't watch television, etc. But you have to redo that every year, even if nothing's changed. It's not a case of I've opted out until I decide I'm gonna, you know, watch television and need the license. Yeah, so it's, I don't know. Like I say, I don't really watch television, so well, I don't watch television, so it doesn't bother me. I watch. I watch Twitch, YouTube. That's sort of, I can then sort of cure, well, and I have got Amazon Prime. I don't like Amazon, but I have Prime because I don't earn a lot of money. So this is sort of how my friend justified it to me, for me doing it. I don't have a lot of money, so it's the convenience of being able to order things at fairly low prices, and get them delivered quickly. On the flips, or as additional to that, I then also have the Amazon Prime service for streaming as a sort of as an extra free bonus almost. This mate, he earns like double what I do. So he sort of says it himself. He can choose to be a bit more picky and choosy with where and what he buys because he has more money, which I completely agree with. And I would be the same if I had more money as well, most likely. You know, so it's just one of those things. Speaking of, I need to watch. I think there's at least one new episode of Reacher that I need to watch. Yeah. It feels weird having a camera on me again. I'm not really used to it. It's been... I did back in 2020 when I used to stream Minecraft a lot when I had the server during COVID. And 2018 actually. I remember I did in 2018 because that's when I had Deadmau5 in the stream. And I had my ponytail, my long hair. Because I had the camera sort of set up at really wide angle so you could see the whole of sort of my room and setup. Not that it was actually very... Well, no, I suppose back in 2018 it was a decent setup. But nowadays it's certainly not. Yeah... So yeah, so I hope everyone is doing well today. We managed to finally kill Punisher with a, quite frankly, chef's kiss of a Kobe grenade. I should have said Kobe, but I didn't think it would even land close to them. I think that's only the second ever grenade I've thrown in the game, and the first one was just sort of a test one ages ago, just to sort of see what they were like. So yeah, I'm so pleased I've got that done. So now we're just going to be doing apartment runs, which will obviously get me, fingers crossed, some high end loot that I still want to get, and the IFAC medical packs, which is the only task now left for me to do. So hopefully I can get, I suppose, the more runs I do, the more chance of them spawning. And I suppose what I can do, as long as I've got a lot of food and drink on me, is literally exit out into minefield and just come straight back in, because obviously that will refresh all the loot, which will be nice. And I can pick up more more food and veg here as well. So, another laser. We'll take the laser. Reacher is good, badass series. Have I ever watched Blue Mountain State? I can't say that I have. I can't say I've even heard of that series, in all honesty, as well. So please do tell me, if you wish to, do tell me more. Do tell me more. I'm always sort of looking out for more series and things to watch. But yeah, Alan, I can't remember what his last name is. He's brilliant as Reacher. A mate of mine has read sort of most of the Reacher books. And he's just like, yeah, is it Alan Richardson? Yeah, he's just like, he's brilliant. I've been reading a book series called Orphan X, by Greg Howitz, I think it is. I kind of have stalled on it a bit, because the book that I was on, it was in a bag and it got water spilt over it. So it hasn't actually really properly ruined the book, but it sort of damaged it. And I almost don't want to read it to sort of potentially rip the pages or anything. That made me jump. I want to buy another copy of the book to sort of reread it. But basically what the Orphan X series is it's a guy who, when I first started sort of reading, I imagined it to be sort of a very Alan Richardson kind of build of a person, but it's not. He's a very average build person. So sort of, if you're walking down the road, you wouldn't bat an eyelid to him, in terms of how he looks. But he used to work for the American government, sort of as an assassin kind of thing. But then he wanted to get out of the program, so he did, and now it's like a series about him sort of helping the everyday person when they've got issues, and sort of people are trying to kill them kind of thing. And it's really good. It's really good. I can't help but feel like a couple of the books though that I have read, I've read to the end. I've got to the end and I'm like, it just kind of doesn't feel realistic. And I won't sort of spoil anything, just in case if you ever, anyone ever does read it in future. But like I say, I do very much enjoy them, and there are quite a few books in this series, and I am going to read all of them. I certainly do plan to. It's just a college drinking, going crazy series. The point is that the actor of Reacher is one of the lead actors in Blue Mountain State. It's from the early 20s. Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out. So Alan Richardson. I'll have to check that out. Awesome. There is, of course, as well, coming next month, the spin-off from Reacher. There was one of these is sort of sidekick helper people. I forget her name, from the first or second series, I think. She's now got her own series, and Reacher's sort of got a sort of a cameo or two in that series as well. So I think they'll sort of tie in a bit potentially. But yes, very, very much looking forward to that one coming out next month. I don't think there's sort of anything else. Oh, I did start watching Ted Lasso, and I did get up to series 3 and sort of started that, but I kind of didn't want to finish it because series 4 hadn't started yet. It has now, so I might do. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Crashneck, there is the lad. Oh, the lad. Do you know, when I first read that, I read that there was an N in there and you were putting land. And I'm like, there is the land? What? I'm an idiot. Yes, Mr. Green's... Right, I've got my camera on. It's like the first day I've got my camera on because I've got a green screen. Like I say, it's not a brilliant green screen. I need to sort the lighting out a bit better. My trouble is because I have 4 monitors, my 4th monitor is above my main monitor. So my camera is sitting on top of my monitor, and then the light that I've got is sort of off to one side a bit, so it's not brilliant. So I think what I need to do is move the 4th camera to be above my 2nd camera. So I've got a monitor here, a monitor there, a vertical monitor there, and then another horizontal one there. It's mirrored. It's fucking mirrored. Is it? Yes, it's mirrored. I need to sort that out. I didn't know it was mirrored. So yeah, I want to move the... That's a level 1. I want to move the 4th one probably above... Because they're all on like desk mounts and everything. They're not on sort of their own stands. Well, no, I tell a lie. The vertical monitor is on its own arm. And then the 4th one is on like quite a sturdy, rigid one because it's a lot higher up and stuff. But the other 2 are on like a joint, so I can move them about. Because when I tend to play first-person shooters, I move the monitor closer to me. But I want it maybe a bit further back. And plus the fact I need to... There you go. I need to sort the green screening out a bit better. Yes, streamer brain is a nasty thing. I did when I finished yesterday. I was going to come watch you crash, but you'd already finished your stream, so apologies on that one. But I hope you did have a good stream yesterday. I want some food and drink. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, the IFACs, the medical, and then that's this run done, and I can. Oh, you went on till 11. What time? Oh, I know what it was. So the dog that I was looking after, I think you saw the dog cam yesterday. He's gone home now. I ended up taking for a walk afterwards. Like I missed him. Because he basically I have to take him for a walk, so he'll go for a poop before bed. And I what time did I finish? I think it was about 10, half 10. I don't know. But it was when I got back. I've had so the reason I'm streaming early today as well. Normally I stream a bit later, but I'm actually exhausted because we had a rubbish night's sleep, both him and I. So I'm sort of streaming now so I don't fall asleep. This afternoon I'm trying to sort of stay awake so this evening when I go to bed I will be like super tired. I had a bit of a situation earlier. So the dog that I was looking after, obviously he was going home today. I had booked in a gas safety check for my gas boiler. Well, the guy who was doing it, I met him last year when I had some issues with the gas boiler. He came around and sorted it. And it was the same guy coming today. So he turns up, and as soon as he turns up, I said to him, I was like, oh, dog's not actually mine, because I thought he might have known the owner. So I sort of just wanted to sort of put a caveat on the fact of why I've got a dog here. So I said to him, you know, dog's not mine, which is true, you know, and he's going home today. I'm just sort of looking after him. He was like, oh, it's fine, you know. He went upstairs to the boiler. I was like, you know where it is, you know, just you can head on up. I got him a drink, and he sort of did the check and everything. Well, when at the end of it, he came down and asked me to sign the paperwork. He was like, yeah, it's all fine and everything. And I noticed on his T-shirt, it said the company and his name. And I looked at the name, and I'm like, fuck. That is the name of one of the owners of where I live. So this house that I live in, I'm renting, and there's 2 people that own it. And I'm like, fuck. And I said to him, I've just noticed your T-shirt. You know, it says the name. I'm like, is that you? Are you one of the owners? And he went, yeah, I am. And I'm like, fuck. Because it says on my tenancy agreement, you're not allowed pets. Now, back in May, the laws massively changed for tenants and things, where basically they can't kind of stop you having pets. And I sort of reiterated to him again. I was like, oh, you know, I understand I'm not meant to have pets. He's not mine. He is going home and stuff. And he's like, it's fine. You know, the laws did change in May and stuff. And I suppose my house probably could do with a little bit of a tidy. It's more of a, it looks lived in rather than a mess. But I sort of did apologise to him and stuff. And I was like, fuck. I was like, I didn't know. Like, even last time you came, I didn't know, you know. Not that it should matter in how I treat him, you know. And I suppose potentially the fact of when he first turned up, how friendly I was with him, and the fact I explained to him straight away, without realising who he was. But yeah, he seemed fine about it, and I sort of thanked him for, you know, having a nice place here, and it feels like a forever home for me and things, sort of proper like buttering up kind of thing. But fuck, I am a little worried that I might get a message or email or something from the landlord, the estate agents, who is the landlord, about it. If I do, I do. Basically, you know, it's one of those things. He's like I say, he seemed okay about it. And he's a 12-year-old dog. He lays in his bed most of the time. He doesn't make a mess. He doesn't play with toys, you know. So, yeah, I certainly hope it will be okay. I have no reason really to think that it won't be. So that gun there, that's a legendary gun, as is this one. But I have some of both of all of them. That made literally no sense. I have both of some of all of them. I have a few of both of them. I can't remember how many of each I have, but I have a few of each of them. So I suppose I'm more... Oh my God. I suppose I'm more likely to sell... I'm not. I don't need to worry about it. Yeah, do you know what, Crash? You're right. It'll be fine. And I need to not worry about it, because if I do worry about it, I'm gonna make things worse when nothing happens, you know. Because I would have thought if there was an issue, it's his fucking house, he would have said something to me. Because I even asked, so the outside area, so there's sort of 4 houses in a row. I'm one of the end ones, and there's 3 other ones. the house next to me on this sort of communal grass area, they have a sort of a collapsible washing line, the ones that are like in the circle that sort of spider web out. And I sort of said to him, I'm like, oh, they've got one. Do you mind if I put one up? You know, because I've just got the clothes horses, because I've got some, you can't see it, obviously, behind the green screen, I have got some washing hanging out. And he did turn around and he went, no, that's fine. You know, I think as well, had it have been an issue about me having the dog here, he might not have said yes to that kind of thing. You know, so, but like I say, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to worry about it. You know, it's not like he sort of scratched up the walls and shit. So they're worth. Yeah, I'll drop the torch. Yeah, so I need to not think about it, because if I do, I'm going to think about it too much and worry about it too much. Yeah. I suppose, actually, they might, if there was an issue, have even emailed me. Or, I mean, the landlords or the estate agents, the ones that I go through for renting, they've known me. I used to rent a flat off of them before I lived here since 2012. So what's that? That's like 14 years. I've never really caused any issues or anything. So, you know, I pay my rent on time. I always say to them, you know, when there are issues and things, I hate having to sort of contact them, because I want to try and sort of sort things myself with things. Sometimes, obviously, you can't when you're renting, which, you know, is understandable. I think it's more of an issue if it's in the agreement, you get a pet and it starts messing the place up, making a ruckus, then they can really... Yeah, no, 100% I agree on that. It is so before May this year, most places were you can't have pets, or if you do have a pet, you have to put more of a deposit down kind of thing, and, you know, they're charging more kind of things. But come May time... there was the new Renters' Rights or Renters' Act that came in, and it basically says that people can have pets. So I think, to be honest, that would probably still cover me anyway. Not that he's even my pet, you know, like I'm sort of saying. I'm kind of verbal diarrheaing it to, fuck me, to try and sort of justify it to myself that it's going to be okay. I know it will be, you know, really. Yeah, so it is what it is, you know. Like I say, if they do contact me about it, you know, I can even show that he's back home, you know, and that my ex is the owner. And that he was just staying here, so yeah. But yes, so oh my god, I got hit. What the hell is? Oh, he's there. That was a hell of a shot. I can't shoot through. Nice. I'm suitably impressed by that shot from that guy. I now need to find another helmet. I'll put the cat down. Yeah. So yes, I need to not. I need to not worry about it. Basically, I will talk to them if it's an issue. Actually, I am just gonna check my emails just to see. No. Nothing. So, and they would have, had it been an issue and he'd said something to them, they would have called me or something by now. So, yeah. I'm worrying over nothing. I really am. It says do not disturb. I don't know if that means I can't pick it up. I've never actually tried. I don't know what would happen. Would it attack me? Would it die? Don't know. Oh, the batteries ran out. Right, let's put new batteries in. There we go. Yeah. So I hope you're doing well, Crash. I do miss, and I realise obviously it was quite a few years ago now, and people have moved on and things, but I do miss when we sort of used to hang out in Craig's server in the evenings, like loads of us, and sort of play Jackbox and things. That was good times. That was, and I miss that. But equally, that was my fault because I disappeared off the internet for like a year. Yeah, I know some of the guys sort of still hang about in there sometimes. But yeah, I miss Craig's streams actually. I get why he doesn't stream, but yeah, I miss them. Got a bit like otherwise doing good. Oh, mate, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Did I? Oh, I did. There we go. Oh well, I hope it's just sort of a quick passing thing, and it doesn't sort of strike you down. Yeah, colds are never fun at the best of times. When it's sort of flu-like, it's even worse. So yeah, I hope you're doing all right. My my daughter has just come back, and her mum just came back on Monday from a trip to LA for 10 days, I think it was. And it was like they flew, obviously. And it was like a 10 and a bit hour flight, and I was tracking it on Flight Radar, and I clicked on a plane that was nearby theirs instead of theirs, and it oh, yes, that's I've only had one of those hoodies before, it sort of said what, I won't say the company. I'm pretty sure it's one you've mentioned in the past, as in terms of work, and it did make me think of you. I've got to say, I do think out of every single person I know, you probably do have the coolest job. Like, definitely, I can't think of many people that I know has a job that sort of touches that. That's that's cool. I wish when I was younger, and it's my own fault. I don't regret it. Well, I suppose regret's always a tough thing, but I wish that when I was younger, I just sort of did better and paid more attention at school and college and things, and I'd have a better, probably more fun job that I enjoy more than I do. But it's one of those things, I guess. Thankfully I've managed to instill into my daughter, well, not just me, her mother as well, of course, a good work ethic, and that school was important and college is important, and she's doing fantastic. She got her first year college results back just before she went on holiday. She's training to be a teacher, and she got, from her 2 exams, she got an A and a B. Far better than anything I ever did at school or college, and that that is 40% towards her end mark this coming term. So yeah, so she's absolutely doing brilliant. I'm so proud of her, and she's going to then go off to uni, which again is something I never did because I dropped out of college because I was an idiot. So I suppose it's you always want better for sort of for other, well, I always want better for other people than what I have. I like living sort of vicariously through other people and seeing other people flourish and do well in things in life, and when they apply for new jobs and things like that. And it's always great to see when people are doing well in life. Life isn't easy at the best of times, so if you can get a job that you enjoy, brilliant. Speaking of, you just bought oh mate, that's awesome, that's fantastic, congratulations, man, that's brilliant. I did see, I think it was like in one of your stream titles or on Discord or something, sort of there was a mention of it, and I did mean to ask. I suppose I always potentially feel I overstep boundaries sometimes with things like that, and I suppose if you hadn't, I suppose I didn't want to be like, oh shit, I've completely sort of misinterpreted that. But no, that's brilliant. I'm well pleased for you. Yeah. So something I will never be in a situation where I will be able to buy a house. I kind of hate it. I've come to terms with it. It is what it is. I might have put the announcement to cancel the stream because I had to deal with that. Yes, I think that's what it was. So a mate of mine a few years ago, he bought himself a flat, an apartment. It's two bedroom. It's quite big, all ground floor. It's sort of a bit in the middle of nowhere, really, though. Sort of it's where there was an old US base in Suffolk. They sort of buggered off, and so sort of all the houses and stuff got sold off. This was many years ago that happened, and then sort of someone sold it and he bought it. So he's been doing that up over sort of the past few years, and then his girlfriend, he managed to convince her to sort of sell her shitty little flat and buy a new house, a 3-bedroom terrace house. So the past few weeks he's been he's the one that's been sort of doing all the legwork in terms of stripping the wallpaper and repainting and things like that. I've helped to sort of a few days when I've been able to, although when I had the dog I wasn't able to because she's got a cat and he doesn't do cats at all, so I couldn't even take him with me. So yeah, so I sort of felt bad about that, but yes, sort of seeing all the work that he's doing with her new house has kind of sort of made me relieved that I won't ever have to deal with anything like that from renting. Shit like that was all dealt with beforehand by the landlord and stuff when people move in. So yeah, it's kind of nice not to have to worry about something like that. But yeah, it's nice to have your own corner of the world that you can actually call yours, and you don't need to worry about sort of a landlord turning around one day and going, oh, you've got a dog there, it might be yours, you might be looking after it, either way I'll turf you out because it says no dogs. Don't need to worry about shit like that. So yeah, no, I'm really. Have you moved in now then? I'm assuming you possibly have, from when I think the announcement was to sort of to today. I suppose that was another issue. Oh, you get the keys in October. Oh, okay, cool. I hope it's on the 15th, because that's my birthday, and that will be an awesome day for both of us then. Well, I say that, I don't really celebrate my birthday, but, you know, it would still be an awesome day. Oh my god, can I please have an MP7? Yeah, that was something, sadly, that my mate's girlfriend wasn't able to do, was to sort of get the keys before she moved in. So she couldn't get the keys, do all this work to sort of strip the... So basically the place had sat empty for 2 years because the previous person had died. And before that, when the person was alive, no sort of renovation or work had been done to it since probably like the 70s or early 80s. So everything is very old and very dated. So it was a case of, there was even like wallpaper on the ceilings, and the lounge, it's got polystyrene tiles on the ceiling. So it needs an absolute sort of shit ton of work to it, but because she's had to move in straight away, there's just not a lot of space to be able to do anything, which has made it a lot harder. So yes, I hope the move goes very well for you. Yeah, as I say, congratulations, mate. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. Is it? Oh no, there's not one there. We're not gonna... Actually, no, let's look in those crates. I don't think the MP7 can spawn in these. No. Nothing ever spawns in them. They're crap. Yeah. So... I don't really need more food, drink. I'm gonna have another drink myself, actually. It's 28 degrees in my room here, and it is 62% humidity. I feel like when I'm breathing that I am breathing liquid air. The air just, it feels so thick. So yeah, I'm gonna finish off that door, this one, and then I'm actually going to go back to my hideout, to my base. And I think I'll end the stream there, just because I'll have been going a couple of hours, and yeah, it is. I suppose having the PC with 4 monitors on, it's not easy. Yeah. In terms of heat, having a hat on doesn't help, of course. But if I take it off, you're gonna see my shiny head. But I'm going to. Yeah. It's actually been a really good stream this afternoon, because I killed the Punisher, the boss that I've been looking for 66 days. No, because he doesn't spawn the first 5 days, so 61 days. Yeah, it's a... So time in game, I think it's about 2.5 hours in game is a day in real life. You can sleep and it will accelerate time. I tend not to. At night, the NPCs, so the reason like they're not really reacting to me is because it's night and they're their view range is greatly decreased. If it's during the day, they can see, I think it's like 200 meters, which wrong side. It's quite a distance. Whereas at night, I don't actually know what it is at night, but it's very much a lot less, which is why they sort of don't really seem to be shooting at me so much. And that skull at the top there in the corner, that means it's permadeath. So if I die, the game will physically delete my save file, and I have to start again. Because I'm playing on the normal difficulty, there's only 2 zones, this one and one of the ones next to this one, where that applies. All the others, if I die, I just lose the gear that's on me at the time. This is still my very first playthrough, which is why it's on normal. I wanted to do sort of all the tasks or die. You know, as sort of I suppose I can mark it that I've completed it. I just don't think. I suppose I could start an Iron Man, a hard run before War Dogs comes out on the 10th. I suppose it will depend, and we won't know. So this is like the first build for the game. It's very, very, very early access. It's done by one Finnish person. One person's the dev. And on the 7th of September at Gamescom, I believe it's, or the 7th of September, there's an FPS like show, and the game's featured on there. And that's when the dev's going to release some more information about the update. Yeah, no, I am. Okay. I didn't realise where I was there. And when it will come out. So we'll have to wait and see. But what I can do, because I now need just those things that have the highest chance of spawning here, when I do want to do loot runs, I will come here once I've done all the buildings, exit, go back in, and all the loot then refreshes and restarts. So I can sort of do another loop of loot. A loop of loot. No, minefield. Forget where I am. But yeah, I mean, I watched another streamer play this over the course of a few days, which is what got me into it. And now I'm nearly 100 hours into my overall playthrough and my first playthrough. And I'm itchy nose. Sorry, apologies. And I'm very, very much enjoying it. So yeah. And I'm enjoying I'm enjoying the fact that I know when I do play it on the hard difficulty, and everywhere. Oh, you'll notice that skull's gone from the top corner. So that then means it's not a permadeath zone. Sorry, I've got to flip my camera around. It's really bugging me. I don't want to. Flip. There we go. It's now. Yes, there we go. Wonderful. So that is my right hand. Yeah, cool. I now need to readjust it where it is though slightly. Oh, that's so frustrating. First world problems, eh? That'll do. Yeah, so I am looking forward to doing the next playthrough on the hardest difficulty and in winter, because then in the bottom corner where it's got the body temp of 100, that will lower because it's winter. So I'll need to go inside houses often, light fires in places to warm myself up, eat hot meals, make sure that I've got winter sort of clothing on. That's what this is, your sort of your insulation level. So yeah, I'm sort of looking forward to the extra challenge of that essentially. Once I get to. Oh, that was really weird. That was a fan on my PC that kicked in and then stopped, but it sounded like it was something in game. I haven't done it before, but I really need to change the curve for my fans. They just seem to kick in too early. I think, having said that, I suppose I would prefer that and it stays cooler than sort of run it hot, a bit hotter, and kick them in later. I bought as well, talking of cleaning PCs and stuff, one of these air dusters. So it's basically there's a button on the back to switch it on. There's 3. Oh, the battery's dead. Oh, okay. I haven't had to charge it yet. But it spins ridiculously fast. And I used it to dust my old PC today. Oh, my God. It looks new inside. It looks so clean. And it's just nice as well to just use as, on a lower setting, just use as a duster, quite frankly. Right, are we going back? No, I'm going to drop this stuff off at my new shelter at Bunker, because I'm going to move everything from school to Bunker. And I need to remember that I can't move everything at once, because there is a limit on what you can carry in your furniture inventory. But I don't know where the bar for that is. I think I'd probably move stuff off stream, because I think it's probably going to be boring to watch that. I don't know, actually. I suppose there is a lot of risk in taking it, because if I die, I could potentially lose a lot of gear. Not that I haven't got a lot of gear already, but games like this, and I suppose very much like Minecraft to an extent, you need to play them and understand to not get attached to items, because you can just lose them at any minute. Right. I'm so tempted to put the fan on. I suppose I could move the stuff now. I could do guns. This is a longer side, and I feel I have more firearm stuff. So that could be guns, armor, and food. Yeah. For now, I'm just going to dump the stuff on the ground, because it won't despawn in here, because it's a safe area. It's we're all friends here. It's a safe zone. There we go. Annoyingly, I have to keep a cat with me. Right, let me just have a... I want to just watch that the clip of me killing the Punisher. I want to watch me. I want to change. Oh my god! 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 Oh, what? Oh. Oh, fuck, I'm not on. Yes! Yes! Ah, that's so good. That's so good. I love it. I love it. Ah. Right. Let me... Where's Twitch clips? There we go. Right, sorry, I've just posted that clip in my Discord. Do you know, I was chatting to one of my mods earlier, and I even said to them, I'm like, tonight will be the night. Is my head got a hole? Oh, no, it's because of the stupid green screen, isn't it? Yeah, and I said to them, I'm like, tonight's going to be the night. Tonight will be the night when I do it. And it was. It's so weird, though, because over the past few days, and I've said it on quite a few of the streams since yesterday. So stream last night, stream this morning, I have had loads. So the events up in the top corner there, I have had loads of them over the past yesterday and today. More so, like the frequency of them, more so than sort of any other time. So yeah, it just felt like it was coming. And then this morning, so the the guy that I killed, he can spawn either with the lights and sirens off on his police van, which means he won't get out and fight you, which is what I had this morning, or, as this afternoon was, with the lights and sirens on. If you then get within 50 meters, there's a guy there, he will then get out and fight you. And he did. I threw a grenade at him and killed him. And his two cronies. And it was a thing of beauty. Yeah. I've spent quite a bit in the past couple of months on, like, I got a new mic, I got an AXLR, I've got the green screen, new mouse mat, although it's more of a desk mat, really. It's huge. I love huge desk mats, though. No, we'll worry about the junk that's in there afterwards. We'll take that afterwards. Because now we have bunker. Obviously, we're really close to gunsmith to be able to cycle through his loot as well. So if I need helmets, 308 ammo, or chest plates, I can't think of anything else I'd need from him. I really need to sneeze, so apologies. I'm going to... Oh, I hate that when it, like, tickles in your nose. Oh. Right, so I need to move some of this gear, but I can't move all of it, apparently. So we need to be very quick, very careful. I want to change my helmet, just so I've got a better protection level helmet on me as well. Yes, I'm gonna update my stream title. There we go. Right, so F1 lock up. Where does it say? I can't see anywhere where it says there's a limit. What's in there? That's just food and drink. Okay. I think what we'll do with stick with those four and take them. I don't want to sort of go, oh, that's fine. Grab more stuff and then it do be disappearing. That would, oh, yeah, that would just be annoying. But like I say, there isn't particularly anything that I've got that I'm sort of going to worry about losing. Because it is a case of don't get attached. Don't get attached to loot because you can lose it any time. Do I need to put in my peripherals like the green screen? Nah, it's not a peripheral, is it? Yeah, I'm not massively impressed with the quality of it. I need to sort out the lighting. I suppose I have got tomorrow day. I suppose. I'm gonna have a lie-in tomorrow because I haven't had a lie-in in over 2 weeks. I've got up like early every day because when Finn's been about. So yeah, I think I'm going to treat myself to a lie-in tomorrow. So I'll probably do it. I say lie-in. It won't be that much of lying because I've still got my stream at 9. Do I mix it up? Now I've got that. Do I mix it up to start? No, because I still need to do apartments to get the IFAX. I was going to say, do I mix it up and add some Battlefield 6 back into the mix? I suppose I could. Sorry if that's making noise. There's some dust and dirt on my microphone. Right, so we'll drop this off. This is all loot that I'm going to sell. But I was keeping it here because it was the tent was the only place I could keep loot here. But obviously now I've got bunker, I can keep loot at bunker, which is fucking fantastic. I killed Punisher. Yeah. Oh, I'm so pleased. It was a case that it was starting to feel like a bit of a grind. Sort of, doing a 2-hour stream in the morning. Oh, nothing. 2-hour stream in the evening. Nothing. But now I feel like I'm sort of shoeboxing myself into a... It's not shoeboxing, but boxing myself into a corner in terms of what I can do content-wise for this game until Dogs of War come out. But having said that, everyone and their mother is going to be streaming it. So, why are people going to watch me? The average bacon roll. Yeah. I'll still stream it because I'm sure some people might, Yeah. I do want to try and find some other sort of European-based players to, not necessarily streamers, but players to, group up with. Oh, right. No, that stuff isn't everything that I'm chucking. Let's pop here loot we're chucking or selling. There we go. Right, I want to keep that inverter because I want to set up for cooking. First rule of stream, play what you want to play. Don't go chasing numbers or... Yeah, no, very much so, which is why I'm playing this. Oh my good God. I have had many streams where I've not had anyone come in or anything. And, if you were to watch the VOD back, you'd sort of watch it and go, there was no one in there. Because I'm constantly talking at the start of the stream, I'm still saying hello, saying to everyone, hope you're having a good day kind of thing. I tend to hide the viewer number, you know, I'm not streaming for numbers really. I'm streaming because I like talking, you know, and let's put down. So let's put these down. Destroy hair. I always try to sort of. I've got to stop lurking in a lot of sort of. I tend to lurk in a lot of streams I'm in anyway. I need to stop doing it so much in smaller streams because I know how important it is, even just to say hi, you know. Right, so we've got the magazines, we've got the NATO and the Soviet. I want to split them and sort of put them at either end. So like have NATO one end, Soviet at the other. So we will box these up. This has the potential to be really funny. Okay, when I just said that, I was expecting everything to fall on the floor. That would have been funny. This is just brilliant. No, you can't pet it. You can just feed it. You just feed it. Apparently, because as mentioned, it's sort of the first build of the game. Apparently, there is coming later an update where it's going to be like part of a quest where you have to sort of rescue the cat and give it to someone. I wasn't expecting that it was going to hover. Yeah, that wasn't even on the radar of things I was expecting was going to happen. We'll chuck them there. Right, so we've got the... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just pick it up. We've got the Soviet stuff here. There we go. And the NATO ones here. There we go. What was in there? That's some... The shotguns aren't really Soviet. I need to buy more storage. I don't have enough storage to categorize, because I've just got too much stuff. I don't have enough storage to categorize everything how I want to categorize it. I'm going to just feed the cat, actually. I know it's on 58, but it just means I don't need to worry about it for a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's get some more. Oh, there you go, Crash. So I'm moving now as well. Boom. I'm moving in game, my base. I didn't have to buy my base. It was given to me for killing someone and giving a hat. Yeah, I mean, I want to stream War Dogs anyway, so it's not a case of, or I want to play War Dogs, so it's not a case of I'm just getting that because I think it will be good for streaming. So last week, or when the closed beta was announced, they said that if you pre-order the game, you'll get in. You bought it with your time returns. Well, yes, true that. Yeah, if you pre-order it, you get into the beta. There were so many pre-orders that they said that they were going to invite people as well if you sort of added it to your wish list, and sort of there was a link that you had to sort of pop your email address in to if you did want early access or request access to it. I did all that. A couple of days before it came out, I played some Battlefield, and I just got really pissed off with it, as I do most of the time. And I tweeted one of the, or potentially the head dev guy, and said to him, please give me access and save me from Battlefield. Well, yeah, they said that they weren't going to invite many people because of how many pre-orders there were. I tweeted him, and about 5 minutes later, I had an email through that went, you've been invited to the closed beta. And I was like, yes. I was so happy. Sadly, like most online games, it still has morons in it. But I think it's a game where it will sort of teeter off, so the people that will be in it, or the people that not only want to play it, but know how to play it and understand the meta of the game and stuff, as the meta evolves as well, from updates and how when people unlock things and learn things about the game, you know, and it so. But I very much enjoy my mill sims, and back 2021 time, there are a few Discord servers that I was in where every evening we would do an armor operation, basically. Right, that is ammo, that's guns, and that's guns. So we'll take the ammo. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So that says items 36. There's not. Well, there is, but there's not, because there's 36 stacks of, or I tell you what. It says 36. There's not, because there's 300. So it's counting that as one, that as one, that as one. I don't need to keep going on about that bit. And I didn't know it would do that. Okay, well, let's take them, because that's got armor and stuff in as well. Yeah. Oh, I want to take the bed, so I can pop the bed in there as well. So now I've got a bed, I can sleep there. Oh, and this, we'll take the target stand. Yeah. Oh, I do need some more. Enough 4 of them. Actually, let's fill up. Yeah, so, and it's nice now as well, having a PC that is better than average means that I don't need to look at like specs and things for games. The only thing and it's not a regret, but the only thing I wish I had changed was I wish I'd got 64 gig of RAM instead of 32. I bought it literally the week, so it was actually less than 7 days, but the week before, all the RAM prices just skyrocketed and shot up. Oh, the black. Yeah, so I wish I'd done that. I did have the money, but I suppose I just thought, I don't really need 64 gig. 32 will be okay. And it is, you know, there is no issue with it. I suppose I just kind of, now I'm like, oh, I wish I had, because of prices. I suppose the only thing that I'm looking at now is, as you'll see in the bottom corner there, is I do want to get a NAS drive. And I realised that that is a huge amount of money, that what's there. But that is it's a 4-bay NAS drive, but with only two 10 terabyte hard drives. So it would be a 20 in total, but it would give me room for expansion. and that's slightly under what it would cost. I don't expect anyone to ever donate to it. It's just there should anyone ever want to. You know, I'm going to save for it, and I've sat here and gone, I could just stick it on my credit card. Because I've now got 2 PCs, my one, my daughter's one, and I've got my television, I want to digitize sort of my physical media in terms of films and stuff, so that I can then just load it up on my television and watch them on there, rather than sort of moving one of the computers over and sort of my old one, which has got a DVD or a Blu-ray drive in it, and sort of then sticking it in like that. Yeah, so I suppose maybe I'm being a bit greedy by wanting 20 terabytes to start with, but I figured that's going to last me a long time. Let's put that right at the end. I bet you anything it's facing the wrong way. Oh, okay. Just because then I can stand here and shoot. Although if I shoot, the cat doesn't like it and cat hides. So, I can't remember which way round they were. That was my ammo one, so I want that in the middle. Where's the... There we go. In the middle. We'll just put them down for now, because like I say, I can't remember which one is which. Come on. Armour. I want to pop this side. All my armour stuff. Right, let's have a look. B8. Oh, look at that. I got it the right way round. I am genius. Genius, he says. Although I want to check, the freezers do have the same capacity in terms of storage, but I would like to sort of change them. Do I put magazine then gun, or gun then magazine then ammo? Because it would go short, high, short, at least like this way. Because if I turn it... Come on, come on, come on, come on. I can kind of bookmark it. Let's pop the bed in the dark corner for now. There we go, that'll do. I suppose what I can do as well is when I do have more guns, I can actually make this longer for the guns. Yes, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I will... I can use this. I'll put this next to the special crate which has the ammo in, and then line the freezers along here and sort of go pistol, shotgun, submachine gun, rifle, and then whatever it is this side for those ones. Yes, that will work. I just need to now buy more freezers. That's so much fruit. Yeah, that's on the floor. That's fine there, because as I say, it won't despawn. No. What? Wait, what? Oh, there. We can pop... The table's not going to fit there, is it? No. Come on, come on. Oh my god, this is very frustrating. Why won't it... Is it not? Is it because I'm standing in it? Oh, no, it was because it was too high. No, I can't. There we go. We'll pop it there. That'll do there for now. We'll pop Le Floof on there. No, we won't. We'll pop Le Floof in under the lights so we can see Le Floof. There we go. Right. Watch Le Floof when I shoot. Watch Le Floof. It gets scared. Poor little thing. Even when I've got a suppressor on. Right. The fridges, they come from the generalist at the village, I believe. I can't remember. It's been a while since I bought any. I tell you what, we'll go there and see if he's got some, because I've got the attic which is nearby, so I can just sort of go in and out to refresh his loot. Right, what's that? Oh. I wish there was a quick way to pick everything up like this. Ah, I might take out that supply crate I've got in the tent to put here, that I can put my junk in it that I'm going to sell. That one will do there for now. Yeah. Oh, I do want to buy shelves because I want to put things and display things on shelves. Now I've got this bunker, because you can also get... I'm hoping... these to display weapons on. And I want some of them. How much? Yeah, I might even be able to get one. I want some of them to actually then display the guns. I will sort of spec them up and like this and put them on the display, because then I can just go grab. Oh, I need to charge that duster, don't I? Keep forgetting about it. I do want that. I really wish I knew what he was saying. Ugh. Oh. Oh, actually, I know what I can do. No. If I take 50, that's probably too much. Yes, by a lot. I need 5, which, to be fair, is probably like... I don't know. One is 5. Oh, there you go. Perfect. I wish you could then combine them, like just clicking. You can't. Right, I can just go in and out of bunker to reset his loot, his gear that he sells, his shop, his store. So I want more freezers. I want some display stands. And some shelves. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, and some 30. 7,000, bloody hell. Oh. I should have, yeah, I've got more than enough here. Let's try and... There we go. Don't want the military crates then. They're not particularly large, the military crates. 520. Wasn't it 104, wasn't it? Three and one, there we go. Boom. Wonderful. Thank you for doing business. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So that's exactly now what I've wanted. I want the display. So that will then limit what... I want to get quite a few of those displays, but it will then sort of limit what freezers or how many freezers I need. Freezers are cheaper, but I don't think they'll look as good. So G. So how do I... I'm now just going through my keyboard, pressing every button. That's a really low how? Oh. Yeah, normally you inspect it like that. That was really weird. So how do you put... Actually, let's do it here, because then I'll be able to easier get to both sides. How do you... I thought it was going to be easy. I didn't realise it was going to be hard. Do you know what? I'm going to turn that light down a bit. I think it really needs to be... That's interesting. Why is... Oh. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, that's gone really weird now. I don't know how to interact with it. What is... Ah, I wonder if... No, it's not. Okay, I didn't think it would be that, but... Place, G, R. No, R. Oh, you can just, like, put them anywhere. I wonder, then, if that means you can actually put quite a few on there. Right. Oh, I'm such an idiot. That doesn't look... I suppose it's the wall. Is it perpendicular? Yeah. Right, okay, so I like the 223. We'll put the 223 up there. Where have I got? Oh, I don't think I've brought any scopes or anything. Oh, I have. We'll put an ACOG on it. I haven't got lasers or suppressors yet. Okay. For now, then, we will just place and do that. There we go. That'll be cool. Yeah, I'll be able to stick the guns. And I think, because you can put them anywhere, I could probably get quite a few on there. That's what I'm hoping. I need to turn the light back up. That looks horrendous. There we go. Just need to blind myself. Okay, right. No, do I not have a gun? I have a gun. Okay, so I need to bring some more stuff with me that I can then put on there. Actually, let's just have a look. I will go and get some more stuff, but I'm going to have a look to see if he's selling anything, or you know, that I want. Oh, he has got another crate. Do I want more crates or freezers? I can't like the crates because they're low. It's like fucking what's it called?
Mulle ois itse asiassa kohta tulos yksi sellainen vähän eksoottisempi norsupyssy, jos siis sattuis kiinnostamaan. Muista pitää sit piippu puhtaana. Se on kato vähän kuin häppi vai?
Oh, he's got another helmet. Never turn down a helmet. Perfect. Right, let us go grab some more bits from school to bring them back here. Actually, do you know what? This light is bugging me. I think actually I'm going to call it there because I'm hungry. I haven't actually had any lunch or dinner today. So yeah, I'm going to call it there. I think what I'll probably do is move stuff here off stream, but then actually arrange it on stream, because if there are people about, like their input and stuff, I very much would like some more lights. I wish you could get more lights. But yes, I think the gun displays there would look nice. And then we can have the chest, the lockers there with the magazines in it, extra ones and things. Keep the ammo there. But then, yeah, we could sort of do away potentially with most of the freezers. Or we can use freezers for the attachments, because I've got a lot of attachments and I need to break them down into like suppressors and sights and things. So I could potentially do that. But like I say, I'll get everything here, and then we'll worry about that. And I am going to go have some dinner. But thank you very much to everyone for today. It's been an absolutely fantastic. I've got hiccups because I'm hungry and I've been thinking about food. Apologies. Bear with me a moment. Right. So, yes, thank you very much for everyone being here today. Thank you very much for stopping by, Crash. And yeah, it's great to see you. Great to see. Obviously, you've bought yourself a place, and obviously, I'm sure we'll talk again before October. in terms of obviously when you move. But yeah, really happy for you, mate. And yeah, I'll be back. If I'm not back later tonight, I might not be because of this stream. And like I say, I want to move the stuff off stream. Then I'll be back in the morning, as always, at 9 p.m. British summertime. So yes, have a fantastic rest of your evening, everyone. Love you all, and peace out.